Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to increase your followers, how to increase your subscribers on any social media platforms, and I'll be talking to you from real experience of what I've experienced managing different brands, how I increased a struggling Instagram page for 2 years who is struggling with 300 followers to above 16,000, how I created a TikTok page, and the stories like that and the likes. So you want to stick to the end of the video. There will be a lot of things that I'll be sharing in this video, and I'll also be sharing with you how to get some content that are not made by you in this video, and you want to stick to the end of the video and listen to everything that I want to say. So just follow me as I dive into this video. So how to increase your social media followers, how to increase engagement, and also use your social media to get more customers and sell more. There is just one thing that we do on social media. Social media is not just created. Social media is created for content. So you create content. So that is just one way. Whoever want to tell you something else, buy followers, do this, do that, it's really not good, because most people that buy followers, the followers are robots and they don't engage with your post, they won't buy your goods, and the likes, and it can even lead to your account being banned. So the only way to actually get more followers is to actually create content. I will talk more on the content because the content is all about what we'll be talking about. But before you now delve into the type of content you want to create, you want to answer one question: that okay, what do you want? What do you want? You must have to set a goal. So you want to know what you really want. Is it to sell more products? Is it to reach more people? Is it to extend to a new market? Is it to keep customers informed? So you want to really establish the facts. You want to establish your KPI, what you really want to do. And so after establishing what you want to do, then the next thing to do is to know that, okay, I said earlier, social media is all about content. And then before you dive into the content, you need to know what you want, so that you will know the type of content you are going to create. And then after knowing what you want, either to sell more, to get more customers, to increase engagement, to get more followers, to increase your reach, whatever it is you want, the next thing you have to ask yourself is, what type of content will you be needing? Because we said it's all about content. So what type of content will you be needing? And you shouldn't just determine, okay, this is the type of content I need. The content you need will be determined by the people you are producing for. If you know who you are producing for, you will know the type of content that will resonate with them, that will appeal to them. And then you can't just decide that, okay, this is the person I'm producing for, these are the categories I'm producing for. Of course, you may know them, but doing one thing will actually help you to have a very perfect fit to know and understand who you are producing for, by doing what we call a customer persona. A customer persona is a fictional representation of who your ideal customer are, and I'll be talking a little bit more extensive on building a customer persona, because it is very important in social media campaign, in social media marketing. If you don't have a full understanding of who your customers are, you will create content that are not for them. This might even piss off the customers you have already or the followers you have already, and you may lose followers, you may lose trust and the likes. But if you understand them, even though you have a little bit of followers, you will be able to keep them, and you'll be able to convert them into a long-term customer, into a paying customer. So let's just dive into creating a customer persona. In creating a customer persona, the first thing you want to do is demographic profiling. You want to know the age of your potential customers. You want to know their gender, the level of their income, you want to know their educational level, you want to know their marital status, you want to know their geographic location. When you know their age, their income level, their educational level, their marital status, and their geographic location, it will help you to discover some similarities among them, which will help you to tailor your marketing efforts directly to them. And then you also want to know about their goals and their motivation. That is, what drives them to purchase your product or service. You want to know what drives them to purchase your product or your service. Many people are drive to use the latest iPhone by a means to show themselves that, okay, is a status elevator for many people. So that's one of the things that drives a lot of people to want to use the latest iPhone, and especially people who are early adopters of latest iPhone, is a status elevation. That's what motivates them. So you want to know what motivates them, the goals to actually buy your product. If you know what motivates them, you will be able to tailor your marketing effort accordingly to this understanding. And also, understanding these factors can also help you create messages and content that resonate with them and encourage them to take action. And the next thing you want to profile is the pain points and challenges. And pain points and challenges are the challenges that your customers are facing. What challenge, if you are trying to sell a particular product, then that means the product is offering a solution, and then you may want to research on, okay, this is the solution this is the solution I'm providing. What is actually what is the problem exactly? You want to understand the problem, you want to understand the solutions that are in place, and you want to understand the pain points, the challenges that people are having with the already existing solution. And having an understanding of this will help you to position your product very well and market it very well. And sometimes understanding pain points and challenges does not mean you have to recreate your product. It just means that you are able to emphasize some aspect of your products that others are not emphasizing, which can actually be the solution to a lot of problems and a lot of challenges that your ideal customers are actually facing. For example, maybe you are selling yogurt and many people lack one nutrient that yogurt actually provides. You may want to emphasize that, okay, your product produces this, and when you identify that there's this challenge, you may want to highlight specific solution that your product offers. You may want to identify it and use it to produce content for your potential customers, and when these people see it, come to your page and they may convert to a buying customer. So you want to understand the pain points and challenges that your potential customers are facing, simply to position your product as a solution to this problem. And you also want to understand the behavioral patterns. You want to understand the behavior pattern. That is, how does your target audience behave online and offline? What social media channels do they use? What type of content do they engage with? And if you understand these patterns, it can help you better target your marketing efforts and create content that is already working. Like, if you are selling cream, how does your potential customer behave, and what type of content do they like, do they engage with? And this can be gotten by researching your competitors, like people who are already big in the market. If you are selling something like maybe a shoe, you can go to Nike, you can go to Louis Vuitton, you can go to Balenciaga, you can go to their page and check type of content that people who visit the page that they engage with. And when you understand the type of content that they engage with, you will be able to draw out some parallels as to why they are engaging with that kind of post. And when you're able to draw that parallel, then it will also inform you into create the type of content that resonates with your potential customers. So you want to understand the demographics, their age, you want to profile them, their age, their gender, their income, their education level, what motivates them, that is their goals and motivation, what do they really want, why are they, what's motivated them to buy the product, what are their pain points and challenges, what are their behavioral patterns. And you also want to understand their interests and their hobbies, which is the last thing I'll be talking about on building a customer persona. You want to understand their interests and their hobbies. If you understand their interests and their hobbies, it will help you to actually create a content that really resonates with them. For example, if you notice that most of your clients, most of your potential customers are male, maybe between the ages of 14 to 45 and the likes, and you realize that most of them loves football, you can create a content that advertises your product, that talks about your product from the viewpoint of sports, or from the viewpoint of soccer. So understanding their interests and their hobbies will also help you to perfectly tailor content to specific season in time. So it's very important to understand all this and build your customer persona in accordance with all that I've listed. I've been talking about what type of content to create, which will be determined by the people you are producing for, and the people you are producing for will also be determined by creating a customer persona. Let me talk briefly also on where do I get the content, because this is also the headache of many people. Where do you get content? You can create the content yourself. That is when we have been listing 3 ways you can get content. You can create the content yourself first, and then secondly, you can use what we call UGC, user generated content. That is, probably you say something that is inside a box, and then you can tell the customer to actually make a video about unboxing the product, sharing their experience. Because in a world where everybody is saying buy from me, what will differentiate you is testimonial. You want to get testimonial from your customers, from your clients. You can use our feedbacks from your clients as a content. It's actually very important when customers talk about your business to other customers, they tend to believe them because they have nothing to gain. But if you are the one doing all the content, like okay, it's you saying your goods are the best, your products are the best, if you are the only one saying it, nobody will believe you. Some people will not believe you. But if customers are also testifying that okay, wow, this is it. For example, if you said something that related to maybe use that relates to kitchen utensils, that something that people use in the kitchen, you can show the beginning process of how somebody cooked the food, how someone used your product in the kitchen, and the end results. Just the customer expressing his or her satisfaction. So user generated content is actually very, very important, extremely important when you are trying to increase your followership, when you are trying to make more sales, when you are trying to increase engagement. And then you can then tag the original customer that the content belongs to, and it's even build a community that is like a family. So you want user generated content, and you can get user generated content by reaching out to customers to review your products, to tell what they enjoy about it and things like that. And it's very good if you make it a visual. If it's actually a test, of course you can still get text, you can use text and feedback, but it's like people believe more in video, and videos have more engagement on social media than just still images and still text. If you can get videos from them to actually visually express their satisfaction about your product, it's going to go a long way. And then aside from user generated content, which is very important, you can also use content that others have produced and then put it on your page. But in this aspect, you have to be careful for copyright issue. For example, this is something that I do. I personally manage a travel agency page. There's a channel on Instagram which is Beautiful Destination with over 26 million followers, and they post pictures, they post videos of people all around the world during their vacation, and it's always very, very beautiful. And then I go to the page sometimes and copy the content they have on the Instagram, and I post it on Twitter. But I wouldn't do the same on Instagram because Instagram is more concerned about copyright. But even though I copy it on Instagram and I put it on Twitter, I do not actually use it to promote our services. But there's a psychological contract behind it. When people see this thing, they sometimes will not even think deeply that okay, this content may not be theirs and things like that, because they see the travel agency. They may think, some may think that we are the one that sponsored the trip, and some may not think that, but by seeing beautiful things on our page, they attach that beautiful thing to our services, even though they've not actually done any business with us in the past. So when people start seeing beautiful things on our pages like that, like positive experience of people who are swimming in the Maldives, who are experiencing, who are jumping from cliff to cliff, that I copy and put on our Twitter. When people start seeing it on our Twitter page, of course, I do not bombard our Twitter page with it, but I use it in specific times. It actually has increased the visibility of the page triple times than the content that we produced. So you can get content from others, but you must know the type of channel you will put it on. You can put it on TikTok. TikTok doesn't really have much copyright infringement. It's not stiff. The copyright laws is not actually very tight on TikTok, but still you must not use it to promote your product, because if you are using someone else's experience to promote your product, they may actually report your account. And even if you want to use it on Instagram, if you still tag them, you use it to promote your product, the person will still not agree, because it's as if you are making money through their content and you are not giving them. But in an aspect of this, I copy from another Instagram page that doesn't really have any affiliation with doing business, and then I put it on my Instagram. I put it on our own Twitter page. And then another place you can get content is there are some free pictures online that you can get. From example, pexel.com. You want to use very beautiful graphics pictures on your social media because it speaks about professionalism. So there is actually a website which is pexel.com where you can get good images on whatever it is that you want. We have splash.com. So we have different websites like that. You can copy image. I have someone who actually does shoemaking, and we actually copy pictures from those websites and put it on his own Instagram page, that okay, this is the next thing we are doing. And then people will start placing order. Oh wow, I love this, I want this, and it will deliver with that same excellence. He will deliver the same thing because he's sure of the services he's going to provide. So he copy whenever I see beautiful shoes on all these websites, he copy it, put it, and say, okay, this is the next big thing we are producing, and people will start placing order, and he will make the same for them, and then he will snap it again with that same excellent standard, and then put it that, okay, wow, we've delivered this, customer satisfied, and things like that. So you don't necessarily need to create the content yourself. You must have content to create yourself. You must have UGC content, and you can also have content that you copy from other places, but you just have to be careful that the content you are copying from other places does not have copyright infringement and will not lead to the banning of your account. So that is how you can get content. And if you also want to get content ideas that you can create yourself, there are different websites that can tell you the type of keyword that people in your feed, that your potential customer are searching for. I will put a link in the description below. The link will lead you to a website where you can see the different type of questions that people who are related to your product or your potential customers have been searching for. When you know the question they've been asking, then you'll be able to create content that directly addressed that question. And so that is for that. And then I will talk briefly about this. How do you now present the content? You have to present it in a professional way. You must know the type of language, because after profiling your audience, you know their level of education, you know their goals and motivations, and through that you will know the language with which you will present your content. If it's actually a casual language that you need, if it's a professional language that you need, if it's a combination of both, you will need to do this. And then when you are posting as well, you want to use the right hashtags. Hashtags are very, very important. In some cases, there's a page that I manage for a religious organization. Hashtag is very, very crucial in that feed, because many people actually follow their famous preachers through the use of hashtag. For example, if you are in the Christian feed and you want to post content, if you use a hashtag that relates to some popular preachers, then you can be sure that your post is going to reach a lot of people. So you want to use the proper hashtag, industry hashtag, product hashtag, hot topic hashtag, and the likes. And this will really help in pushing your content to a lot of people. And so that is all I have for you, and I'm pretty sure if you actually observe everything that I've talked about in this video, you'll be able to extend your reach, extend your engagement, and you even make more conversion and sell more products. So that is it. This is Entrepreneur Hub, where I talk about different skills, where I talk about everything that an entrepreneur needs to know, where I teach skills like website design, graphic design, and even how to make money online, and every other thing that a potential entrepreneur or an entrepreneur needs to know about. I hope you've been able to enjoy this video. Kindly like this video, kindly subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you in subsequent videos. This is Entrepreneur Hub.